Hey there, happy Sunday. Hopefully having a great weekend. Just going to go over some trading setups in my past week. Again, all this is for educational only. Don't take any advice. Okay. The point of me doing this is to help someone out there find who they are as a trader and showing my trading style, and hopefully you take something away from it. As I always say in every video, the best traders in the world take something away from other traders and build upon their own methodology. So take something away from me. Okay, this past week was by far my largest week this year. Again, I started with an account in September, about with $25,000, and it's roughly about $90,000 now. This past month was about $64,000. Great setups, great trades, and that's one thing I want to point out here. I don't post my P&L on Twitter because it's a lot of people can misguide that, and I just don't do it because everyone's on their own journey, and I get some people that do it for inspiration. That's awesome, but understand that it's you versus you at the end of the day, that nothing else matters but you. It's every day the greatest enemy is yourself, and it's just numbers on a screen. So if you have a system, if you have a setup, then exploit that setup, and the money is going to come effortlessly. But I'll never post my P&L. Really, one day I will, I suppose, if I cross a big milestone. But just know that every day is a grind, and really two stocks made my year, made my month. BYND roughly made 40K on this one, swing trade, as I had a video. And the other one this past week was HKD. HKD was a long that I got long Friday, and we'll go over my trades here. And this is really what I want to show you. It's been a common theme lately with these short squeezes. Same type of deal with INTS this past week. But these are two different variations of stock trades which I'm trying to show you here. Of course, I mainly now swing trade on tickers like RGTI and other ones. I want to talk about linearity, stocks that are linear. You want to focus on stocks that are linear, not stocks that are randomness, not stocks that are choppy. You want momentum. So again, it's a lot different from these day trades like HKD and INTS. They're very different. I had a video on this already, day trading versus swing trading. Go watch it. But very different. You can make money doing both, but as a trader like myself, if I see a setup, I'm going to take it. So on Friday, I pretty much nailed this. I got long, pretty much. I saw this gapping up off the news with some biotech. I think it's biotech, I'm not sure. And here's one thing, with these micro runners, it's purely momentum, but if you could combine it with like news, whatever it is, then what earnings it looks like that, year-over-year earnings. So we got somewhat positive news, but again, most of these penny stocks, I want you to understand something. Most of them, they're shit. Okay, most of them will not make it in the long run. But again, as I often say, a lot of times, it's often the shittiest plays that make the biggest moves. So whenever I saw this gapping up, I really don't trade pre-market, so I kind of avoided it the entire range here. But as it gapped up out of the open, I saw this phase right here. Whenever it wanted to go higher. Everyone was aiming for that potential morning spike out of the open. And that's another great pattern for day traders, is just wait on a Friday. Fridays are a very notorious day in the market as a whole. You see a lot of great runners on Fridays. Really short squeezes has been a theme lately, and this was proven to that. So you always want to take into consideration the news, the stock. Always look left, look back. Get former runners can run again. Along with another thing I have in back of my mind is whenever I see a micro runner, I always look at the overall float, which is how much shares are open to be traded at the free market. Because the lower the float, the higher this can go. And it wasn't that low, roughly 27 million. So, there was float rotation today. It traded roughly more than 3 times its float. So everything was in place. So I pretty much took a stab right out of the open as it broke out of this range right here. And I pretty much got long at 280. 280 I got long. So initially, this is one thing I want to show you here. if you get stopped out of a stock and if the setup is still valid, you have to rebuy. And that's pretty much what I did. I got stopped out of this once. I got stopped out. Let's go here, intraday. I pretty much, this is a 5-star chart. I pretty much, let me see here where I got long. I pretty much got long right here initially first at 280, right? And it kind of resisted in a sense. And again, this is the difference between day trading and swing trading. You're always fighting near entry, long right here and risking low of day. And with swing trading, it's different because they don't make these big of a moves. Very rarely they do. So I got long, and for some reason I didn't like how it slammed down, so it shook me out. But I told myself it never got near my risk level, so I'm trading with my emotions. I'm not trading my system with logic. So I pretty much rebought at 280 full size, and I let the rest work out perfectly as it broke over this $3 range. Again, focus on round numbers in anything. It's just a blueprint I think in anything. Round numbers, psychology, like $1.25, $1.50, $1.75. Those are where like stop losses, orders are placed, buy orders are placed. It's just perfect. So I pretty much got long, and I sold this beautifully. Again, with these day trades, it's not a swing trade. I'm not looking for this for multi-day hold unless there's a proven, unless it holds. So I pretty much sold. I sold majority of my shares in the 460s, and the rest I pretty much, as this goes higher, I raise my stop up. So like initially when I got long at 280, risk was pretty much 240. But as this goes higher, I'm not going to risk to break even. No, I raise my stop up as it goes higher. In this case, it was $4, round number, and I pretty much sold the rest at $4. But great sell overall, great trade overall. That was about, I think, $20,000 on that one. As same type of play as I went over in INTS. I think I did a video on it. Same type of play on INTS. Same exact premise. You know, the wait for the phase. See, with these day trades, that's the best setup in my opinion, is letting the setup form. Because within swing trading, the chart is already in motion. You know, from the day before, that's when the work is made when swing trading. You look at the charts before, you would have an idea of coming the next day what you're going to do. With day trading, stocks are gapping up, right? So you really have to kind of guess and read price action in the moment of. But if you let the play develop, let it build ranges, go upon it that way. That's been my best approach with day trading these micro runners, and it's pretty much the same premise here. In day trading, you know, you let the stock form and build its ranges, and as you know, it shows signs it wants to go. All these signs of breaking out and not breaking out is a sign of strength, because whenever it does break out, you have great momentum. And this one was a 5-star setup. This one as well shook me out numerous times. It shook me out numerous times. I got long pretty much the same premise, pretty much as it broke out there, and it stopped me out. But again, I rebought, because if a setup is valid, rebuy. And I did just that. I got long at 70 cents, and this was another freaking 5-star trade. I sold beautifully. I sold in the high 160s, and the rest pretty much at 140s. But the point is, if you get stopped out of a setup, and if the setup is still valid, take the trade, because the market does not give a shit about your emotions. No. Okay, if the setup is valid, it's different. I don't want you to overtrade. I'm not saying don't revenge trade. I'm not saying that at all. But if you have a setup that's valid, and if it stops you out, but it rebuilds the setup, take the trade. Take it. Okay. But half size. If you don't want to risk the same amount of risk, half size. But those are the 2 day trades which I traded this week. And it's kind of funny because those day trades really made my year. Really made my month, really. With INTS and BYND, and with HKD. And that's just to show you that sometimes all it takes is a few to make your year, and the rest is just a grind. It's really it. The rest is just a grind. And I primarily swing trade, as I mentioned. So like the stocks which I'm about to show you, these are setups compared to like HKD, as it is over INTS. Those are intraday setups. Those are day trades. Not saying they can't be swings, but they're different type of setups than the one I've been trying to show you all year long. Like on RGTI, let's talk about the swing ideas here. I'm long RGTI, QBTS, I'm long. And lays, I am long. All 5-star charts. You should already see the pattern. Same thing over and over again. And one thing I want to talk about with you is linearity. You want to focus on stocks that are linear. You don't want to focus on stocks that are randomness. And what do I mean by linearity? Let me think of a stock. I'm trying to think of a ticker that everyone trades, Well, I don't know. Just, what's Apple? IPL? Apple's a good one. I don't know. But you want to focus on stocks that are moving, with momentum. Pure momentum is enough, as Christian Kalamagi says, with patterns. But if you combine that with theme plays, with a fundamental reason for a stock to go higher, you're going to be at a very good spot. And one thing I've always been good at is finding themes and finding the hottest momentum traders, or runners rather. And you do that by looking at past stocks. And the only way to do that is just to go on Finviz. This is what you have to do. Go to Finviz, biggest 6-month gainer scan. There's roughly about 400 stocks. Look at all of them. What the hell is this shit? I didn't do none of this. Look at all of them, and you'll realize the same patterns happen again and again. And RGTI is a prime example of that. It's a recent hot theme play, quantum. And here's one thing I want to focus on you. Focus on the stocks with the highest ADR, and look how linear this is. It's linear. It's not randomly. It's in an orderly fashion. It's building these tight ranges on the daily chart. This is what you want to see here. This is a 5-star setup, okay? Again, it's the same thing over and over again. A stock that makes a big move, pulls back for a month or whatever, then bases and goes again. That's the basic premise. Same thing here as you saw on the daily chart, okay? I got long at 15, but I sold like a wuss. And the initial buy, again, was right there. But as I mentioned, these stocks with momentum, the ones that make you money, follow the money. The ones that make you money offer numerous entries. That's how it's always been. That's how it always will be, because human nature never changes. And I took a screenshot of this from Christian's videos here. This is the basic premise, the basic setup. High type flag. This is the basic setup I'm trying to show you. And freaking AMD had the exact same pattern this past month. Big move. The ADR is kind of 5%, not the highest, but the pattern's still valid. Okay, but this is the basic premise I'm trying to show you here, is if you focus on this one pattern, you can do it, and it takes time seeing. You really want to see it ahead of time. It takes time to get to that level. But I've been doing this for 5 years, and alright, so as I was saying, it's pretty much the exact same thing. You want to focus on the hottest stocks that make a big move, as you see here from Christian's stream, okay? And again, pure momentum is enough. If you see a pattern, that's good. You're on a good spot. But you want to fuel that with a story, with news, for a reason, for a catalyst, for something to go higher. That's how you make the big money in this. Same thing with BE. You know how I was long BE with my initial swing off the low of $98, and I had a great. Although I didn't sell this the entire way, as I should have. I sold before earnings, and I don't like holding a position before earnings. And look where it's at now. But this is what I'm trying to teach you here. Stocks that are linear, that are in play, stocks in play, as I call it. Stocks in play. Okay? Look how orderly this is. It's obeying these moving averages, okay? That is a sign of strength. You have a reason to buy it. There's institutions buying it. There's retail traders like us buying it. And this is still setting up for next week, over 135. This reminds me, just like iron, when it had that potential delayed reaction, whenever it had that gap up off earnings here. This reminds me of that same play. I'm not saying that BE is going to do what iron did. It's just trying to put this on your radar. If a stock is in play, do not take it off your radar. Why? Okay, I have a watch list of the biggest runners of every day for a month. I track them. I look at them every day. I have price alerts. So if a stock hits that price alert, I know what's going to happen. So yeah, it's a lot, but never just take a stock off because it doesn't meet your criteria. No, keep it on a watch list because most of these make big moves. Okay, but let's just go over the ones I'm watching real quick. RGTI, I am long. Why? As I mentioned, big move, pull back, and look how it's spacing at the 20-day, and it's pretty much reclaimed at the 10-day, and look how it broke out of the range. And again, most of the time it's rejecting to going higher. That's a sign of strength. That's a sign of strength, and it's making higher lows. That's a sign of strength because it's pretty much telling you the stock wants to go higher. That's what it's telling you. And again, it's a theme play. Quantum has been a hot theme this entire year, and this stock has earnings in a couple next week, I believe. The 10th of has earnings next week. But the best stocks that I've seen usually run before earnings. So I got long, and I pretty much got long numerous times. I got stopped out, and again, do not. Even if you want to be a long-term investor, good, but that's not my style of trading. This is more of a swing trade / position trade. I do believe this has the potential to go higher than this daily candle here, over the long run. But I tried this getting long numerous times. I tried as I broke off the range here. Low of day was stopped. I got stopped out. Same deal here. Got stopped out. But again, if the setup is valid, you take it. So I'm pretty much long. I got long at $43. $43. So we'll see. If it doesn't go, then oh well. It happens. Same thing with QBTS. QBTS, I am long. Same premise as I mentioned over and over again. It's basing on these moving averages and pretty much making higher lows here. And again, I want to emphasize again numerous times, whenever it fails to break out but it's making these higher lows, that is a sign of strength. It's showing you it wants to go higher. And again, this is a chart. You have a trend, you have a theme, you have momentum. It's a sector. And again, it's high ADR. High ADR. Three things, okay? Again, you only need one of them, but if you combine all three, then you're in a very good spot. So it's 5-star on that one. Same thing with Lay's. I think Lay's is the one I'm most excited about here. I always say look left, but same premise. Look how orderly, look how in range this has been of lately. And again, numerous times it wants to test that level. Numerous times, but eventually it's going to go. One of these days it's going to go. It's making higher lows here. So it's just a stock in play here. Quantum as well. ADR is 18%, extremely high. But as I mentioned, former runners can run again. Look left here. This has gone supernova in the past, okay? So I'm not saying this is going to do that, but the best indicator of a future runner is if it's ran before. Okay, remember that. The best indicator of a potential runner is if a stock has ran prior. That is the most important indicator in anything. Okay, former runners can run again. And look how well this is basing. Okay, this is a freaking flag pattern. 5-star. I'm long, roughly at 720. I'm long. So ideally, we'll see. I'm risking roughly 680 on this. So if it gaps down, if it still holds, oh well. But I'm not gonna just because I get stopped out of a stock does not mean I'm gonna potentially trade it again. It doesn't work that time. Oh well. So those two I'm long. Quantum plays, RGTI, Lay's, QBTS. QBTS, I believe, when do they have earnings? They have earnings this week, Thursday. I believe it's before market open, so we'll see. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. But this chart is pretty much 5-star. It's fuel, and I love how on the MACD here, again, fewer indicators helps. Let's use moving averages. Don't overcomplicate it. But this MACD pretty much shows it's pretty much a momentum indicator here, and it's pretty much flagging really well. So we'll see what happens. So it could fail either way, but this chart is screaming that it wants to go higher. So we'll see. Again, I'm long, roughly at $36. I'm long. I think 700 shares I'm long of this thing. So we'll see. should be going that one. Other ones I want to talk about real quick, because the longer this is, the less I will watch it. BE, I'm watching this. It's making kind of like a range here. I can see this going over 135, so I have price alerts over that. Otherwise, more sideways, let it base and have another range higher. But I'm looking for another range break over this 135 level. But if not, no big deal. APOD was one I traded this week. I got stopped out. I thought I was going to break out of this range here, and it pretty much shook me out. But it's still holding its ranges. Same premise as I mentioned. It's proving that it wants to go on this daily chart, so holding its ranges. So I'm watching it. I'm over 36. It's an AI theme. So we'll see what happens on that one. Lemonade is a backlist play I'm watching. It's an insurance play. Short interest is extremely high. I'm only watching it for one reason only. The short interest is extremely high, and they have earnings this week. They have earnings on Wednesday before market open. So I'm looking for something here to see if it can have a potential setup here. And this is pretty much what I'm going for here. Something along the lines of this. This is a 5-star setup. 5-star. So they produced great earnings in the past. So again, former runners can run again. I'm watching it to see what happens. It's trading very thin here. So it's trading very thin. So we'll see what happens on that one. Other than that, let me see here. ASTS, I'm watching as well. This is aerospace theme. Again, this has been a recent runner I've passed slightly. As I mentioned, same thing over and over again. Big move, pullback. It's basing on these ranges here. Pretty much making a high type flag on the daily and hourly. So I'm watching it over 82. It tried right there, but it failed. And I got long as it broke out at 82, and I pretty much got stopped out. But as long as it holds this level of 75, I think big picture it can go. Same thing on RKLB. Same premise there, but this is kind of, I prefer ASTS out of all of them. You see other ones. Palantir, I sold my position from 192. It's still holding up well. It just takes so much of my buying power. It was a good trade, but it takes up so much of my buying power. I sold. But it's a nice one. This is pretty much the basic premise of the entire video here. Linearity. I mean, look how linear this stuff is, but yeah, let's see here. Other than that, two more I'm watching. NBTS and Open. Everyone's been talking about Open. This is pretty much setting up to be a flag pattern, but I got stopped out of this numerous times already, so I'm going to be very patient. I'm not going to get long this until it breaks out of 840, this area of conviction. It's making these higher lows on the daily chart. I really don't like it, so we'll see here. And of course, we talked about earlier in the video, this MACD is pretty much at its peaking point here, so it's going to go either way. So if it's bullish, then yeah, but the short interest is high on this one. And I'm really watching this for one particular reason. We never really had like a blow off top on this particular stock. It was pretty much a grind all the way up. So besides this one day here, this day was roughly 2 billion volume, but we didn't have like a blow off top, and that's really what I'm looking for here. So we're gonna see. Let it do its thing. Let it base. It's pretty much surfing right here, this range on the daily chart here. So I'm watching it over $8, $8.20, really over this $8.40 with conviction. Whenever you want to buy a stock, you want to buy it just right. Don't try to predict. Don't try to anticipate things. Buy it just right. So over $8.40. We'll see. $8 is a trigger point. Another one I'm watching is NVTS. It's a semiconductor, semi-theme. They have earnings this week on Tuesday. Well, they have earnings tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? When is it? It's aftermarket. It's tomorrow, yes. But I'm watching this one because what's SMCI doing? It's so basic. It's a semi-name, but basic premise, big move, big gap, and look how it's pretty much coming to this point where it's holding these ranges, holding 13. So I'm watching it. We'll see what the numbers come out as. I'm not sure. Again, never try to predict, always react. So if this does gap up over 14, I may take a starter size, half size, because the pattern is there. The pattern is valid. The pattern is extremely valid. So we'll see. Over $14, we'll see. Otherwise, probably fade. But whatever earnings happens, we'll see. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully we all learned something from this. But again, just try to take away something from this, okay? And again, do not try to mimic me. Don't try to copy me. That's not the point of me doing these videos. The point of me doing these videos is just for me to help you become a better trader and help you find who you are as a trader. And again, everyone's going to be different. No one's going to be perfect. Everyone's going to have different trading styles, and that's what makes trading unique, okay? But the big thing I want to emphasize to you is focus on setups, okay? Setups. That's what I try to show you in every video, setups, not something that's random. Focus on setups, okay? Focus on stocks that are linear and focus on momentum, all right? But yeah, a lot in this video, I know. But main ones I'm watching, RGTI, I'm long. QBTS, I'm long. Lays, I'm long. Open ranges over $8, $8.40. NBTS ranges over $14. They have earnings tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Other than that, BE, I think more continuation over 135. As long as it holds at 125 level, let it build ranges and go again. Again, stocks move in stairs, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much all. But other than that, I hope y'all have a great week of trading. Stay safe. Again, trade setups. And that's all you have to know is trade setups, okay? But I'll see y'all next time.